So what's up, bro? How are things going over there?
Hey, all good, man. All good. How are you, Esteban?
Good, good, man. Awesome. You're in Bangkok right now, right?
Yes, City of Lights.
Nice. How long? When did you get there?
Um, what was it? I think like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Came from Chiang Mai. It's a more peaceful city there. Now it's more like the dense Bangkok, main city in Asia.
Actually, a friend of mine is well, the guy I told you about, Alvaro, the guy I introduced you to. He's actually in Chiang Mai right now. He's told me it's really nice. It's like similar to Costa Rica, like a valley.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's a very, very peaceful city. Yeah, I actually saw his message. I didn't answer him, and I forgot to answer him. He's in Chiang Mai, you said?
Yeah, yeah. He's over there right now.
Yeah, ask him if he's coming to Bangkok.
What do you
Ask him if he's coming
prefer,
to Bangkok.
by the way? Which city do you prefer?
Me man, I'm more of a city. I'm a more of a city life guy. So I like Bangkok more, but it's extremely dense. Like most people will probably not like it here. Like my business partners, they prefer Chiang Mai because they're more like peaceful. They don't like the parties, the density. They like their own quiet space. Here it's like a very loud, dense New York City type place where you go out like a bunch of cars, traffic everywhere, buildings, offices, businessmen, a lot of businessmen, a lot of clubs. So it's a very dense city life type city. And Chiang Mai is like peaceful, more Thai culture.
Got it, got it. Yeah, actually, he also told me it was super cheap. Like you can eat over there like with $1 for an entire meal.
Dude, yeah, man, that's crazy. That's great. You can get a meal, chicken, rice
Yeah.
for 40 baht. That's literally $1. That's $1 for a whole meal with chicken and rice. Dude, that's crazy. If you
Wow.
search for like the top 10 cheapest cities in the world,
Yeah.
it's I think it's one of the top three or top five. It's crazy. And yeah, dude, like coconut water and like coconut, like literally like below $1 shakes, like half a dollar. But it's insanely cheap. Everything is insanely cheap. Bangkok is actually pretty westernized in the prices. Man, I'm not even noticing it, but I'm like wasting like 30, $40 a day on food, or even more like $50 a day on food. Man, and that's like 1,500 a day a month, 1,500 a month on food. Man, that's
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
to
yeah.
control myself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna turn on the lights here. It's kind of dark.
Sure.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Like even if you sell like a $7 ebook, you can have food for like 2 days over there.
Dude, you sell a $7 ebook, man. You're like high society there.
Yeah, I think people make over there like $200 a month, $300.
Yeah, the average there, from like the people that I talk to, the Thai girls and the guys that work there, it's like 9,000 baht, which is $300 a month, something like that,
Wow.
like $10 a day.
Wow, that's crazy. I actually was just like wasting time checking on Airbnb like houses and apartments in Chiang Mai, and I saw some crazy apartments like for I think it was like $800 per month, and it was like the most luxurious thing I've ever seen. Like huge beds, huge TVs,
Yeah,
the best views, like for 700
yeah,
bucks,
dude.
man.
Man, 700, but that's even pretty expensive. Like I paid there like $250 a month, and we were living in a pretty good place. But yeah, dude, now for some reason in Bangkok, I decided to like really spoil myself. And like the thing is, the more money I waste, usually the more I hustle and the more money I make. I noticed that. So like I did like $1,000 a month apart here. It's like huge, amazing view next to my laptop, like 12th floor, pool and gym in the building, and cleaners every day. Every day they come and they clean the apartment, man.
Wow, that's
Crazy.
awesome, man. Can you say that again about the more money you spend, the more you hustle, like the connection kind of broke down.
Yeah, so basically I noticed that the more that I'm talking like just like uh it's spending Gucci, Louis Vuitton bullshit. Like usually, the more money I spend and the more luxurious I live, but efficiently, not spending money on like bullshit. Usually the more money I make because I feel the urge of making more money if I spend a lot. So if I'm spending like $3,000 a month, then I feel like I need to make money because in Chiang Mai, dude, in Chiang Mai, I didn't hustle like a quarter than what I'm hustling now in Bangkok. Because in Chiang Mai, man, I spend like $600 a month, $500 a month. I didn't really feel like I needed to work really hard. But here I have no choice. I have to work because I'm spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that's like I usually hustle harder. I used to live in New York City as well, and there I paid like a lot to live, and I really really like hustled my ass off to work there, because I was spending that much.
Yeah, actually, something for me it happens. It's pretty similar right now. I'm not like traveling, but what happens to me is like when there's like an event that I have to go that I need like I don't know, let's just say an extra amount of money that I wasn't that it wasn't in my budget. It makes me like it puts me like in a really creative state where I have to start thinking about how do I make the money to go because I know I'm gonna be attending. I just need to see like what can I do, what can I sell, what promotion can I make so I can make the money
Yeah,
to pay for that. So it's like I don't know if it's I don't know if it's I've been thinking about this lately. I don't know if it's stupid to spend more money or you should or what, but it makes me make more money as well. So it's like it's
yeah,
weird,
dude. It's
man.
I agree. Like my business partners, they like to live very I won't say cheaply, but they don't mind living in a like at the minimum, and I'm okay with that as well. Most of my life I lived like below my like way below my standards, but yeah, I noticed that when I have that conscious thought of you're spending a lot of money, you, then I automatically get into like gear mode, and I just like more motivated. So yeah, that's like an automatic response. And yeah, like you said, when you have that goal, when you have something that you feel like you can't achieve that yet, you think of every possible way to achieve that, and then you automatically your consciousness builds this map, and you take actions to that to that goal. I remember when I was in sales, like I was in sales like for 2 years. I was a long time in sales. I sold luxury cosmetics. Actually, it was really funny. And like sales is a very very hustle type job. It's
Yeah.
like a very hustle type job. And the thing is, people didn't believe that you can sell creams for $3,000, $4,000, and it does sound like crazy to sell a cream for $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah.
But um, when they show you what's possible, and when like you're aware of what's possible, usually your actions align with that. So until like a certain point, I remember when I got into the company, like people were making like $500, $700 a day sales, and then this really really intensive sales guy came, like 5 years of experience, came into the company, started making like $4,000, $5,000 sales, and then after he left, people started making those numbers because they saw what's possible, and then their actions aligned with that. It's like the same thing with internet marketing, like Shopify e-commerce. When I just got into it, I remember making like $400, $500 a day revenue, and then I saw somebody making 1,500 a day revenue, and I was like, whoa, that's insane, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder how I'm gonna get there one day, right? And
Yeah.
then I started making that, and then I saw this guy making $8,000 a day, and then like the more you see, the more that you see, the more it becomes your reality. Like I wasn't when I got into this and I saw like these $1,000 screenshots, I thought it was like bullshit. I didn't believe you can make $1,000 a day revenue. And
Yeah.
like today, if you think about $1,000 a day, is like extremely average, like
Yeah.
extremely average one
Yeah.
thousand dollars
I
a day.
remember when I was starting with my partner. I remember we were like eating wings at a place, and we hit our first $500 a day like consistently. Dude, I remember I was so excited. I was like, dude, we made it. Like $500 a day is 15K a month. Like that's just crazy in sales.
Yeah, man.
And then nowadays like $500 a day, it's like it's nothing, you know.
Yeah,
And
man. Yeah, yeah,
it's all
dude.
the perspective. And coming down to the topic of like spending more and making more, it's funny because a friend of mine tagged me in a video like 2 days ago about a crazy event. Like it's like a weekly. It's like a 7 day party. It's called the Yacht Week or something like that. That they do like in different countries. They do like it. They do it like in Greece, in Croatia, in Brazil. It's like you rent a yacht with 8 friends, and everybody goes to like the same locations in different yachts. Everybody does the same from all around the world. So it's like I'm like, yeah, I mean, let's do it. So it's like, okay, it's gonna be like 3K. I just think about, okay, I just need 3K. But like I think this is really cool about us entrepreneurs, that when we want something, we just see how much it's gonna cost, and then you just find a way to
Yeah,
achieve
yeah,
it. Because
exactly.
I know, like for example, some of my friends that are employees, maybe it has nothing to do with being an entrepreneur or an employee, but it's like the mindset. Because if they make, for example, $1,000 a month, they might say, oh, I can't afford it, so I can go, instead of saying like, what can I sell, what can I do so I can pay for it, which is like then
Yeah,
two
yeah.
different mindsets.
Yeah, it's mostly taking like full responsibility on your actions and not waiting for like external factors to determine your progress in life. That's actually one of the main things that I noticed in entrepreneurs and people that succeed, is that the people that actually succeed, and I'm not even talking about business, like just like life in general, if it's like relationships or if it's like fitness
Fitness.
or health or whatever, those are the people that just take responsibility on the actions. A lot of people don't really take responsibility on their actions. So if somebody like goes to work and there's like traffic at the morning, and he always blames the traffic for being late and always blames the traffic for being late, instead of that, a different person, which is more successful, will take responsibility and be, oh, okay, if traffic takes me 30 minutes and walking takes me 15 minutes, I'll probably just walk to work. That's taking responsibility on the situation. Instead of blaming traffic, you think of a way, how can I bypass that? How can I bypass that? I'm taking responsibility on the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the main thing I noticed that a lot of people don't really have. And once you start really taking full responsibility on your life and thinking on the current situation, am I taking full responsibility on my actions, or am I waiting? Am I blaming other external factors? Because I think that if you literally blame yourself on everything that happens to you, even if it might not even be because of you, if you literally blame everything on yourself, then you'll take full responsibility and you'll see every way to really bypass and find a way to maneuver, or however you call it, through life and through progressing.
Yeah, exactly. I think most of the things that happen to us are our responsibility. At a certain level, it's your fault to. At the end of the day, like it's linked back to you. You know, like if something happens,
Yeah,
it's always related to you. Like if you get a result or you don't, it's because something you did. Like if you are in shape or you're not in shape, it's because of what you've been doing for the past 3 months, the food you've eaten, the type of training you've been doing. Same for money, same for relationships. It's like the same blueprint. Like if you just work on it on a daily basis, are consistent and just hustle, then it's just gonna happen. You know. So like
yeah,
I love comparing like fitness and like going to the gym and lifting weights to like business, because it's the same. What most people want to do in business, if they try it at the gym, it's just not possible physically. They just can go and bench 225 pounds if they never hit the gym, and then people all of a sudden want to start a business and make 30 grand a month without any experience. So it's like it just
yeah.
doesn't make
Man,
sense. It's like what we were discussing before with the Facebook ads. We were talking about like the general Facebook lead generation angle was not working because people don't want to learn how to generate leads. People want to learn how to make money fast. That's what catches their attention, because that's what they want. People want to skip the process instead of taking responsibility of taking action every single day and improving on a daily
exactly.
basis.
Yeah, man, man, that's really true. And like, yeah, like you said, like for example, if somebody wants to get in shape, and I've noticed this so many times when people just say that they don't have time to get in shape. How can you? It literally pisses me off when somebody says they don't have time to do a certain thing. Okay, a person that takes responsibility will be, oh, okay, let me sleep 1 hour less and then I'll go work out. But a person that doesn't take responsibility will find every way for not doing that actions. It's so amazing that even this, sometimes it happens unconsciously. It literally happens like automatically. People neglect things and just let the external factors determine their process. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's all about priorities. People, when somebody says I don't have time, that's just bullshit. They're just saying that's not a priority for me. If for you
Yeah,
sleep is a priority, then that's fine. You just don't have to say you don't have time. You just have to say that's not my priority. I won't do it or whatever. If your priority, for example, like I understand there's obviously some people have a lot less time because they work a lot at their jobs. For example, so if they want to make more time for their fitness, they might say, okay, right now I don't have time to hit the gym. So what can I do so I can work less and have more time? Okay, maybe I can start a business. So once they have the business, they can quit their job and go to the gym or sleep less. Like it really depends on
exactly.
what's your priority at the moment. Maybe at that specific time your priority is to sleep. Maybe the next year your priority is to have more time. So it really depends on what you want to do and just like like fucking do it because most people don't do shit, man. Most people are lazy. They say like, yeah, I want to start a business, I want to build more muscle, I want to lose more weight, I want to be ripped, and they never do it. So it's like I got to a point where I just don't believe anything people say. It's just like it's just crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, true. And I feel a lot of people just don't um like some people get this enlightenment earlier in life. Some people get it more late. But it's just some people just aren't ready for change. They aren't like they're aware that they need to change. Like that person that is in the 9 to 5 and he doesn't like his job, or that person that's in this sucky relationship and he's not doing anything about it. And then there's other people that are in this job and then they suddenly decide to quit and open their business. And I think that the difference is basically the how much shit you really go through at that point where you decide that that's it, you've had enough. And I think that this like there's certain people that eventually get to that point, and there's certain people that just like go through life and they don't reach that enlightenment. Or I won't even call it enlightenment, but just fully understand that that they can take control of the situation and do something about it.
Yeah, most people are I know a lot of people that want to change their current circumstances, whatever it is. I'm not talking about money itself. I'm also talking like fitness, like people who want to lose weight, etc. That they know they want to do it, they know how to do it. They just don't do it because they are more comfortable, like in their current situation, than what it will require for them to change. Like they have to build new habits, they have to do different stuff. So they are like, yeah, I want to do this, but for me, I just prefer to stay where I want to be without having to do all this new stuff. Like it's pretty obvious. Like if you want to lose weight, every single person in the world knows what they have to do. They need a better diet and they need to do exercise. Like that's it. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Like there's no secret. But then people start like thinking like, oh, how can I lose weight fast? So I need to buy the pills, and then like that's why like supplement brands make a lot of money and millions and billions of dollars because people want to lose weight fast. And it's like it's
Yeah.
cool if you use supplements, but you're also doing like the main stuff, like
Yeah,
eating well and
man.
going to the gym.
Exactly. For sure. Yeah. I wonder if it's possible. Man, I love wine. I really like. I'm gonna fill the glass up in a second, by the way.
Yeah, I love wine
So
too.
I think like as the call moves forward, I'm gonna be more and more drunk. So it'll be funny to notice that in the replay. But yeah, basically, I wonder if there's a way to really turn somebody that is like completely passive in life. Because there's two types of people. There are people that are passive in life and like basically like waiting for things to happen and just like processing through life, and like taking. And then there's people that are active, like they're like just like taking responsibility, but like they're like an active situation of their life. So like moving forward in their life, and then they see an opportunity, so they go for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's the different person, which is like passive. He just like things happen to him instead of him doing things. Instead of him making things happen to him. And that's like the main difference. I remember it's funny. It's like something that I actually started to think about a lot in the past few weeks, because I grew up when I was younger, and I grew up in like a middle school, high school, and today when I look back at my friends, like not really my friends, but like my classmates and schoolmates, I just see passivity. I just see passivity everywhere, like them not taking responsibility and them just moving forward passively in life. If it's just going through that job, and they'll probably just stay at that job for 6-7 years, or somebody that has a girlfriend since he was 16 and he literally doesn't like the relationship anymore, but because it's so comfortable for him to stay in the relationship, he'll just stay in the relationship, and he'll probably stay in the relationship forever. And it's sad to say, but he'll probably stay in the relationship forever. He'll get married, and he knows that he can achieve more, or maybe he doesn't even know he can achieve more. But it's just like, it's so sad to see like people going passive and not taking taking responsibility and being active.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because I was talking about. Actually, I was yeah, I think like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I was talking with my gym buddies. We went to eat some food after the gym, and we were like discussing like how much money we needed to make, like to live a nice lifestyle with like having a family, you know, like married, to kids, whatever. We were just like ranting about this, and we decided that it was like 10K, like to have a nice house, have a nice car, 2 cars, whatever, nice high school for the kids, you know, all the stuff. So we got to the like that number was like 10K, like to live a cool lifestyle, like obviously not as like a millionaire, but a nice lifestyle was 10K. So then I was like, yeah, 10K is definitely a good amount of money. But then they were like, right now some of them are working like at a job. They're making like $800, and they have to commute like for 3 hours per day. And I'm like, and then
Man.
it's crazy because we were saying like, they were saying like at 30, maybe like at 30 they would be making like $7,000 a month on track to the making more money. And I was like, and they were talking about how normally when you make more money, you make it like after 40, 50. And I was like,
Man.
why? I mean, like, why does it have to take you 30 years to make more money? You can just sell more products or learn more stuff, become more valuable, and then and then make more money. Obviously, it's not gonna happen overnight, but why can't you be making 10K in 5 years? Like, even if it takes you 5 years to make 10K a month, that's still awesome. Nobody makes 10K a month. Like, I mean, only a very few people. So, like, if you do it in 5 years at 27, like, if you're making 10K a month under 30, like, you're balling. Like, very few people do that if you actually think about it. Even though it's not crazy amounts of money, like, very few people make that amount of money.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot above the average.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's like, it's really funny because people literally work in a job, make that 4K, 5K a month. That's even pretty high, 4 or 5K a month.
Yeah.
And then they work 3 years, they get a promotion, and they start making 5.5K a month. And they get another promotion, and then they rise to management, and literally about 15 years in the company, and they're making 8, 9K a month after 15 years being in the company. When you can invest literally a tenth of that, a year and a half, learn how to build a business, and double that amount in a year and a half. It's so possible to do that. But the reason people aren't doing that is because it's basically out of the system, out of the step-by-step system.
Limiting
the job,
beliefs.
the job is the step-by-step system. It's like very easy to go through life in the step-by-step system, and that's what I talked about before, the passivity. The passivity is usually just people going through the step-by-step system where it's like elementary school, middle school, high school, university, college, and then a job in an office. And it's a very easy way to live like that, because after school you just go to university, you go study something that your parents told you to study because they told you that you're going to make a lot of money if you study that subject, even though you don't really like that subject. and then you go out with a degree, and then they push you to work at a certain job that matches that degree,
Yeah.
even though it's not even in your full control. It just happens because it's a very simple process. You go to an interview, okay, they didn't accept you. You go to another interview, okay, they didn't accept you. You go to another interview, okay, boom, they accepted you. Boom, you start working. You work, you work, you work. You do the same thing every day at your job. You get a promotion. Woo, another $500 a month. You work, you work, you work. Another promotion. Woo, another $500 a month. And then it continues like that. You get a wife, you get a few kids, then you start working on your pension, which is amazing because when you get your pension, you're gonna be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to have $1 million when you're 60. There's a lot to do when you're 60. But instead of that, if you understand that you can do so much more if you step outside the system and not go with the step-by-step solution,
Yeah.
and think of a creative way, you'll probably find that way to open that business or whatever it is. Because if it's in the step-by-step system, it's usually not the best. If you stay away from it and you'll be original, you'll find opportunities. It's going to be hard. It's going to be extremely difficult, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
It's just about taking responsibility.
Yeah, actually, I don't remember where I read or saw this, but if you think about it, like if an alien or somebody from outer space came to planet Earth, like somebody who has no idea about the system, and then they just see what people are doing, like going to school, going to university, getting in thousands of dollars in debt to get a job that doesn't pay them any money, they would be like, what the fuck are these guys doing? Like, this is so stupid. If you think about it, even if it sounds crazy, it's true. But the people are so conditioned that that's the way to do things.
It's crazy. The thing is, it's really funny because like I don't know if you're into all of the like the families, the royal families, and how like the government and how like the whole system works.
Yeah.
Because there's a very very big structure to all of this where there's the elite group in the world that basically have control on the central banks, and they have control of the money and everything. So they want the system to stay in order. They want people to go to school. They want people to get a job. Because if just everybody decides, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm going to sell products on Shopify, I'm going to be an affiliate marketer, then the world will collapse. So it's really important. It's really important that there is the 99.99% of people going through the system, because without the system, the world will collapse. But that's why there is that 0.1% that understand that and move away from it. Like, it's so amazing if you walk in a university, like I lived in Austin for a while, and I lived near Texas University, which is one of the biggest universities in the United States.
Yeah.
And I walked there every morning, basically because I lived literally a block away from it, and it's it's literally a huge town. The university it's like, I think it has like 200,000 people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So you walk there, and you see all of these people like rushing to class. And I actually had a roommate. Man, this is like so funny. I had a roommate, which we lived in Austin. Our roommate was majoring in marketing. He was 2 years majoring in marketing. That was his degree, majoring in marketing. Okay, and that was the time when I built the business, the Shopify business. And what's so funny is that he was studying marketing. He was building a degree in marketing while I was making thousands of dollars a day doing marketing without studying it anywhere. without studying it. And when I had a conversation to him about marketing, he didn't know anything compared to what I knew literally 3 months after I started learning marketing. Because the how university, how college, how the schools are built, they're built on very, very, very old school information.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a very, very old system. And the thing is, people still go through it, especially marketing. Nobody can tell me, no matter what debates I'm going to go into people about marketing, nobody can convince me why I should go learn marketing in a university when what they teach you about marketing in a university is basically marketing principles 10 years ago.
It's obsolete.
Years ago. Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm going to learn today marketing, And in a week from now, I need to learn marketing again because it changed. The
Yeah, yeah,
whole system of marketing changed. So you're gonna tell me I'm gonna learn marketing about the principles of marketing 15 years ago today? Man, it's great. If you tell me I'm gonna learn like 1 year marketing, like today, marketing 1 year before, I would be like dead in the water. I need to learn marketing today and the updated things. Like you know how marketing changes. You
yeah,
know how crazy it is. How can people go to business school, learn from fucking professors that make 4K a month, 6K a month, on how to be CEOs? How can they go to university doing that instead of paying a 30, 40K a year to just a mentor, which actually has that $1 million business? How do
yeah,
people even like? It's amazing how that you go to university, you go study business from people that don't really have business. They don't really
yeah,
have a business,
yeah.
and
It's
they teach
it's
you how
like
to do it.
yeah, it's like listening how to lose weight from a guy that's been fat all his life. Who on earth would do
Yeah,
that? It's just because people are
yeah,
so conditioned to think that that's the only way, even though that they know it's stupid. They still do it because that's why everybody tells them to do it. It's like I have friends who went to the best colleges, like in the US, to study entrepreneurship, and the first thing they do when they come back to Costa Rica is find a job. I mean, it's just stupid, man. I
yeah,
don't
man.
I don't even know what to say about it. It just doesn't make sense, you know? Why would somebody study entrepreneurship if you're gonna get back and get a job? Like if you don't even try. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. It's just
man.
messed up.
I had a friend that literally learned, um, had majored in business, 4 years major in business. Okay, now she's a waiter in a restaurant. A waiter in a restaurant. Do you understand how uncongruent that is? How insanely incongruent that is? How can you go learn business? You go to a school to be an entrepreneur, when the school literally limits your beliefs, and you sit in a class and learn from somebody about being an entrepreneur. You know, being an entrepreneur is all about getting out of those social conditioning and doing something that other people aren't doing.
Yeah, it's like the problem is the information people are receiving because if you went to college and you would learn like the strategies that are working right now for marketing, it would be awesome because you would learn things that work. But if they teach you things that were working like 10 years ago, why are you gonna learn them? Like it doesn't even make sense. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
When I talk to people about this, it's just so interesting because I don't know. It's just so obvious, but people don't get it. You know, it's
Man, yeah,
funny. It's funny because it's crazy, man.
yeah, dude, it is. But yeah, it's just like if the let's say if the person is aware, I think if the person is aware that he needs to change, he already like um, made the biggest step, like the biggest step, because people aren't like they're usually accepting. There's like a few stages, like at the beginning it's like denial, and then it's like understanding, and then it's like accepting, and then there's like the like taking action.
Yeah,
So the moment somebody accepts, like sorry, like the when somebody accepts and understands, then he's already one step ahead. The only thing that's left for him is like taking the action.
I think most people will realize they are fucked up when they get like to 30 and they see that they're not making any money and they can't afford to live like yeah to afford life when they get like married or stuff and they're still making like 2 grand a month. They're gonna be like, oh, this guy was right when he told me getting a job nowadays doesn't make sense, or this guy was right when he told me I should start a business. And then they're gonna be like, oh, okay, let's look at these guys. Who knows what
Yeah,
or we're gonna be or people are gonna be, and who knows, maybe we're gonna be having hard times in business or whatever. But the point is like we have the mindset to overcome obstacles and get out of stuff. The people that only have a job, they don't. If they lose that job, they don't know what else to do. They don't know how to make money. They don't know like how to change their circumstances because the only thing they know is how to follow directions.
yeah, yeah. Man, that's true. It is. It's really, really true.
Yeah, man. What time do you have over there, by the way?
Fuck, my phone doesn't work. My phone doesn't work, and I don't have time on my computer. I removed the time from my computer because I don't like to see the time to see the time on my
Yeah.
my vision. So 1 second,
I think
because it's
yeah.
like it's funny like when I see the time, it's like I'm always like, oh fuck, it's late. Oh fuck, it's late, even though it's like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Um,
I think you have
Second.
12:30. You're in
see
no,
Bangkok times.
Bangkok.
So just try googling Bangkok time to see what time is it. 11:20. Yeah, it's 11:20 now.
11:20. Cool, man. Awesome. No, I think we should just wrap this up. It's been
Yeah, good talking about
it's been
Facebook
great,
ads.
man. Yeah, I think everybody that sees this is. I hope they get like their brains opened, like they realize what they should do. And it's not really about starting a business; it's about changing their mindset. Because if you wanna be an employee, that's great. But if you still need to have the entrepreneurial mindset so you can be a successful employee. You know,
Yeah,
because if like I read this in a book, it said like it's called the entrepreneurial mindset. Like even if you wanna be a top employee, you need to take responsibility of everything, and then this way you're gonna be eventually like the
the top.
yeah the top employee, and you're gonna crush it. But you're gonna have you need the mindset as well. So
Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.